I just don't want to spend too much time on the Cucurella thing. So I've done it very straightforward. You have sell, keep, or loan. I just want to go through the keeps, okay? So Gabriel Jesus not going nowhere. We just brought him in, right? We know Fabio Vieira was just signed, so he's not going nowhere. We know that Marquinhos was just brought in, so he's not going nowhere. Guys want to sell Matt Turner already, but wallahi, guys, let's just put our smart hats on and let's not be emotional. He's not going nowhere. He just got into the club, right? Next, some of you guys, I'm not going to do the controversial ones, but Partey is not going nowhere. He's one of our best players, right? Saka is not going nowhere. He's one of our best players. Ramsdale is not going nowhere. He's one of our best players. Am I wrong? Or am I capping here, guys?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So next we're gonna
Marquinhos should go out alone.
You haven't seen him play though, man.
You haven't seen him.
How old is he?
18.
He's 19. 18. Whatever.
Okay, he needs a loan.
Okay.
Martinelli came in at the same time. Did he?
Not yet. I'll say keep him there for now. Just keep him there for now.
What I'm doing is I'm putting all the new signings there because you don't sign a player and then just immediately get rid of them at this moment in time. Next, a lot of these guys that are controversial, I'm gonna you know what, he's even controversial at this moment in time. Martinelli, no controversy, keep. Eddie Nketiah just signed a new contract, so
keep.
Odegaard is captain. He's not going nowhere. William Saliba is one of the best players, defenders at the club, coming back from a loan. Emil Smith Rowe, one of our best young academy players. You have Kieran Tierney. Okay, so here's the rest of the players that we could keep, sell, or loan. Okay.
Tomiyasu keep.
Why didn't you put Gabriel in keep? I don't think that's controversial.
Yeah, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Kieran Tierney.
Where's Tomiyasu?
Gabriel, Tomiyasu, and Tierney. I don't think any of them.
The reason why I say Tierney is controversial is because people keep talking about his injuries and they might want to sell
him. No,
still
keep him.
Okay, so now we've made our list. We've reduced it down to the actual controversial ones, right?
Yep. So Lokonga keep.
So let me just go from my order, my friend.
Okay.
I'm going to save the more controversial ones for the end, and I think Lokonga might be a controversial one. So I'm going to start with Leno. We already spoke about Leno. We decided to sell, even though 3 of you guys said you wanted to keep him. So let's just move on from that because we already spoke about him, right? Next, Hector Bellerin. Is there even a point? Is there even a point? Sell. Everybody in the chat, everyone in the comment section is probably saying the exact same thing. They would sell. Everyone in the chat is probably agreeing that they would sell Hector Bellerin. Am I wrong, guys? Iga, you should have the highest tier next season called untouchable. The players that we won't sell on any condition. I will keep it the way it is right now, my friend. I'll keep it the way it is right now, my friend. But yeah, if you guys want to super chat, you can change our ranks by super chatting. We're gonna sell Bellerin, right?
Yeah, definitely. He was poor, man. Do you see him against Everton? Yeah,
terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna give this one to M. M, what do you do with Balogun?
Loan.
Okay. Everyone agree?
No, quick question. During Ateta's interview, he said 3 strikers. So who was the 3rd striker?
I think Martinelli could be someone that could play.
Martinelli could be another striker. You never know.
Okay, so loan him then.
Why not? Why Partey is not in keep? Partey is in keep. He's the 5th player, bro. He's literally at the beginning of the keep. Him and Saka. You might mistaken Partey and Lokonga.
Or Lenny just signed a new contract, so I don't think.
So Lenny's
keep him.
And then he's keep. Okay. Then I'm just gonna start doing the controversial ones now. But first, let's just try to get some of the shit ones out. Sell Mari. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
If everyone agrees to sell Mari, let me know in the chat right now. I personally think Mari, there's nothing for him left at Arsenal. He's got to go.
I apologize to Rob Holding because I thought Murray was better than Holding, but I apologize.
At least you're a man of your word.
It's not like
you apologize.
That much
What is this? Liverpool midfield is so bad with the likes of Rubbish, Jones, Ox, Elliott. What?
Ox, Elliot, Ketia, Milner, Hendo,
Don
Thiago.
Thiago.
If any good team make them finish ahead
Oh.
of
Well,
them, the
I
manager
can
should
understand
be
Jones, but I don't understand the others. You can't say Henderson is bad or Willian.
Michael Ramsey. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate it, but I just want to know the correlation on how we got to this question, because we only mentioned Curtis Jones once when we were comparing him to ESR, but Oxlade-Chamberlain, Elliott, Milner, Hendo, Thiago. Coincidentally, he left out their best midfielder in Fabinho. Fabinho by himself is better than every midfielder that we have.
Yeah, but
Thiago-
Henderson is shit, to be honest.
Thiago is better than every midfielder we have. Those two combined in their midfield, just put any of the other midfielders ahead of him. They're better than any option we have. They're better than 90% of the clubs in the league. So
Henderson, I don't think Henderson gets into the Arsenal midfield, to be honest.
Daniel says, congratulations on signing Zinchenko. Honestly, I'm sad he has left. Great personality and mentality. He's a leader. He's better than Tierney, and availability is the best ability. You know what, Daniel? You couldn't have said it better than I could have. But let's move on to the tier list, guys. Big up to everyone in the chat. We're gonna get back to your comments in a second. Cedric, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's not going nowhere.
Yeah, I honestly think he's a good backup as well. I know most people don't like Cedric, but I personally do.
Yeah, he's a good backup. I think that's the best way to put it. There's nobody else to take over, so there's no point. And we're not.
I'm gonna tell you something. Two people in this stream right now would 100% sell Cedric. That's Ozzy and M. Am I wrong?
Yes. And
No,
Ainsley
sure.
Maitland-Niles is a better right back than
I just know you guys so well. Look at this. 100% people are keeping him. He's a good right back. I think.
No, he's not. Based on what? People are just
I
talking
think
about
we give
it.
Cedric. I think we give
He's not
Cedric.
even a good backup.
Wallahi, I swear.
Wallahi, he's not a good backup.
Bro, we give him way too much stick.
All you have to say is, when Cedric came into the squad when Tomiyasu got injured, that wasn't when that wasn't when our results went downhill. That wasn't when. It was after when Tierney got injured.
Exactly.
Cedric's not bad. Cedric's not that bad. Trust
It's
me.
not bad. And again, you're talking about Niles. Niles doesn't want to play right back. So what the hell are you fighting for him for?
It's a shame we lost that game, but
No,
he actually
it's
pocketed
this
the
whole
ass.
thing of
Wallahi,
Maitland.
guys, I have to put Ainsley Maitland-Niles in cell just because of his girlfriend.
His girlfriend? What?
What's wrong with his
His
girlfriend?
girlfriend putting out messages saying you don't even play him, you don't even put him in the team, and this guy co-signing it. Like,
Do you know what? Let him go. Let him go. He
He doesn't want to play right back, so just sell him. There's no point.
For the past 2 years, we've been having
Also,
discussion
his
about
girlfriend made
Maitland
fun of
Niles.
Mel. She called him. She called Mel like a racist slur. So I don't like her. Anyways, this is mad.
The guy, it has to be footballing reasons, bro.
Okay, footballing reasons. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has betrayed the club and decided to go to West Bromwich Albion to play as a midfielder instead of actually developing as a right back or a fullback as we wanted him and as England wanted him. This is a man who had an opportunity to play for England and Arsenal at the top level and instead decided to be selfish and follow his dream in the midfield where he has no concentration capabilities. He has the lack of awareness of danger.
When he played in midfield last season, he got man of the match.
He did what?
Against Watford.
Listen, bro.
No, but come on, that's when he got his chance.
He played in midfield in the friendly, and he got absolutely outrun at times. So I don't care. This is the same guy who has no concentration and cannot smell.
The guy's got beef with Maitland-Niles then.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a beef. It's more of like reality. Like Niles went to West Brom, and I believe the manager then told him.
One second. Give me 4 reasons why we should keep Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Okay.
I'll make it easier for you. Give me 3.
Okay, Ainsley Maitland-Niles is the best backup to Tomiyasu out of Cedric and whoever the hell, Bellerin. He's better than both of them out right back.
That is an opinion. That is not a fact. What's the next one?
No, but
No. That's a fact. I agree with that. Yes,
that is a fact. And number two, he's never said he doesn't want to play right back. Of course, he prefers to
That
play
is not true.
midfield.
His actions.
It
his
is
actions,
true. No,
His
man.
actions. His actions.
I don't agree with that.
His actions indicate that he doesn't want to play as a right back because he chose to go on a loan to a club that could play him in the midfield. Next.
Of course, he's going to decide to go out on loan when he's not getting any game time.
What's the next point, though? What's your next point? I'll give you the first one.
My next point is I don't believe anything Arteta says about any of these players.
So
it doesn't even.
Two of your opinions are invalid. Based on that,
They're not invalid.
No. Two of your opinions are not concrete. One of them I can give you as a.
So are you telling me Bellerin and Cedric are better than Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back?
No.
No. What I'm saying is Cedric.
Okay, then.
Cedric is a better. I'm not saying he's better overall. I'm just saying he's a better player because he actually wants to play in that position where one player is causing problems. I don't want players that are causing problems. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is causing problems. Cedric is a good squad player. Now,
exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Let's move on. Reece Nelson. I personally sell or loan.
Sell.
Ozzy?
Sell.
What about you, Tyreek?
Sell for sure. Yeah.
Okay, that was the easy one. Rob,
I'm not sure.
Keep.
Now, let me just make this clear. This could change. If we bring in another defender, then we could possibly sell him. But at this moment in time, I think we might.
No, I'd sell Rob Holding just because of that North London derby and what he did, costing us top four. I would sell him on the spot. How dare he?
Let me ask you this. This
guy literally decided to fight. He did fight Son on that day. He cost us top four because if you guys see how we played against Tottenham in the opening few minutes, there was only one team who you thought was going to win that game, and that was Arsenal. And this guy ruined everything. I'd just sell him for that.
Can I ask you a question? Do you want to sell everyone who has one bad game?
No, Igal, because you're talking about Ainsley Maitland-Niles causing trouble. I'm talking about Holding costing us in the North London derby.
Okay. I personally think I agree with you. He did cost us in the North London derby. I agree with you that he did mess up in the North London derby and it cost us that game. I agree with you that we might need to sell him 100%. But at this moment in time, until we bring in another center back, he's going to be a squad player and he's going to be fourth choice. And at fourth choice, I'm okay with him being fourth. I don't mind.
Tomiyasu can cover center back, so he's not really needed, is he? Even as a fourth choice.
I would sell him as well.
Saliba is going to be covering left center back most likely, and you're going to have or starting at right. So you're going to have Rob Holding most likely covering as the fourth choice center back. I personally think and he'll come in maybe if we go to a 5-3-3, so a 5-2, a 5-3-2 or something. So 5 whatever we do when he comes on. So
we could be in the Champions League right now if it wasn't for Rob Holding. Just know that.
Okay.
Not really, no.
And you want to know something? You don't rate Ben White either, but without Ben
because
White,
Ben White is absolute shit.
What? So, where are you getting this from?
Okay,
I'm getting this from last season.
I'm just gonna move past this quickly. People in the comments, what are they saying? Thank you.
Sell Ben White, go. Sell Ben White. Put him in sell, please.
Big up Tyreek, man. He had to go. I didn't even see that in the comments section.
Big up.
Tommy can be fourth. Okay, so you guys are saying sell Holding. You know what? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Ozzy, M are selling. Sydney, me are keeping. Jonathan, what are you doing? Are you selling, Holding?
I'll keep him because we don't have any replacements. So I'm trying to be realistic. We're not going to sign in a replacement, so keep him.
I'm just going to sneak Ben White in to keep because
Ben White keep as well. Sure.
There's no point of even talking about it.
There is. He's not a good center back. He's not a good center half.
Just did it. Please. This is an agenda.
It's not an agenda, bro. He's not a good center back.
How is he not a good center back? What are you saying?
I've watched him enough times last season to see this guy is not a good center back.
Oh wow.
I'm not
sure you're watching.
He's not good in the air. He struggles with his aerial duels. Gabriel makes him look better. He can't play out the back well, and when he tries to, he gets intercepted.
Does anybody agree with him?
He gets bullied off the ball. He's not a good centre back. Can I just make that clear? Saliba will get ahead of him if it's not for Arteta's agenda against Saliba.
Oh my God.
Saliba
Okay, at this point, I
get,
can see you have an agenda right now because
Saliba will get ahead of Ben White, but because he's British and he costs 50 million, that's the reason why Ben White will start ahead of Saliba. Not for any other reason. Saliba is clear of Ben White.
One
And Ben
second.
White
Let
is
me
shit,
ask you this.
and
Let
we
me
should
ask you
sell
this.
him.
Let me ask you this. Do you care about playing on merit, or do you just want Arteta to pick favorites?
No, I want Arteta to pick plays based on form.
Okay, so based on that, has Saliba, since he's fit, he should start over Ben White right now?
Absolutely.
Am I wrong? Okay.
Absolutely.
But
Based on ability.
based on last season, since Saliba hasn't played for Arsenal yet, from the beginning of the season, if they're both fit, Ben White should play. Am I wrong?
If they're both fit against Crystal Palace,
Yes.
Mhm.
I'd start Saliba, but I know.
No. Based on your logic, you would start Ben White because he was here last season and he was playing at the end of the last season. And based on your logic, you keep the player based on merit. So
If I had the choice, I'm not the manager.
no, it's not about choice. I'm going based on your original logic. So are you going to be consistent with that logic, or are you going to now change it based on the fact that your argument does not suit your logic from earlier?
My whole point is Saliba is better.
So
Is a better centre back than Ben White. So if I had the choice to start Saliba or Ben White, I'm starting Saliba.
Sorry,
that is not. But listen, Konate and Matip, Liverpool fans can argue between who's the better player. Does that mean they have to sell the latter?
Not really.
Okay, so why do you want to sell Ben White?
Because I don't think he's a good centre back, and he's shown that last season.
Okay, so I have a question. So how is Saliba better than Ben White? On what ground exactly?
No. Bro, it's not about Saliba being better. I don't want to argue between Saliba and Ben White. That is a lose-lose situation. We're now arguing between two players. Argue the point. He's saying he's not a good center back. The reason why he's saying he's not a good center back is because we bought him for 50 million and he got beat in the air versus Brentford, and he had a couple games here and there where we had bad games, but majority of the games, Ben White is a better footballer than Gabriel. Ben White is a better footballer than majority of the top center backs in this league. Ben White.
Oh my God.
Ben White, footballing ability is up there. His ball playing ability up there, and you're just saying he's not a good defender when every defensive statistical category he's up there in the percentiles. So
let me just name you games.
Please. Wallahi, we can have this conversation all season.
Okay, let me just make my final point.
There's no point, bro. We still haven't even touched on Tavares. Tierney.
Just the final point, nigga. Just the final point.
At this point, I'm just gonna put in Lokonga and keep just because we're gonna spend too much time on Lokonga too. Do you want to talk about Lokonga or do you want to talk about Ben White for 2 hours, bro?
No. I'm just gonna say the last thing. I can name you several games. Ben White, Norwich at home, where if it wasn't for Gabriel's block, the goal goes in off his left foot, an own goal. Newcastle away, Crystal Palace at home, Aston Villa at home, Leicester. Do you want me to keep on going? How many games this guy's been shaky, but because Gabriel's made a last-ditch tackle or a last block, this guy looks amazing.
Okay, you want to know where your argument falls apart? You're trying to tell me he's a bad center back based on individual games and individual performances. Have you mentioned the North London Derby where he was an absolute beast? Have you mentioned the games where he was an absolute beast and he helped us win those games and absolutely destroyed the opposition with balls?
I've named you 5 games, bro. You named me.
I can name you
the Derby where the whole team was good.
You want me to go through the list of games that Ben White has played and show you how many good games he's had this past season?
I could do that as well.
Do you really want me to do that? Because this is now getting petty, bro.
Let's just see how Ben White.
No, but let's just move on. Just for the sake of the show, let's move on.
Petty. You are calling the man a bad footballer because of a couple of things in your opinion. This is your opinion. He doesn't mean it's a fact.
Yeah, so let's move on, bro.
So I'm not going to change your opinion, but this is pissing me off because you are saying Ben White has been a shit footballer for us. He has not been a shit footballer for us. He has been.
I don't care of how good of a footballer you are when it comes to being a defender.
Okay, forget about football. He has been a good defender for us too. There's only a handful of games. There's only a handful of games. Okay, When has he had a disciplinary? Has he had a disciplinary issue last season? Did he once receive a yellow card?
Oh my day. I'm talking pure footballing ability. Pure footballing ability.
Footballing
Defensive.
ability. I'm telling you, footballing ability. He's good on the ball. He's good in the air. He's good on the.
He's not good
good
in the
the
air. He's not good in the air.
He's
He's
good
not
on
good in the air.
one-on-one
He
defending.
proved that
What
on his
is he
debut.
bad at?
He
What
literally
is he bad
proved
at?
on his debut that he's not good in the air.
That was
and
the first game he was bad
and
in
he
the air.
didn't win a single header.
What the hell are you talking about? He was one of the best center backs in the league when it came to aerial percentages.
That's not true. That's not true.
That is a fact.
That is not true.
Igal, do you mind just showing him the stats so he sees it for himself, and then maybe you, because to me, like the point he's given doesn't really make sense to me. He just feels petty right now.
If you guys think Ben White is a good centre half, then good luck next season. He had absolutely no competition last season, so that's why he was starting in the team. But if he has competition, which he will next season, what my point will be proven that he's not a good centre back, and we just overpaid for a guy who.
Based on what you're saying, that means Gabriel is also not a good centre back because he also made some couple of errors. The error that got him sent off in the Man City game, or his rash. Like that's the thing. All these players have errors in them, but that doesn't mean that they're crappy players. No.
So one thing we need to remember is that these players are really young as well. Ben White is really young. Gabriel is really
forget about that. None of the points that he's making are valid. They're actually nonsensical. I'm sorry, bro. You're saying
they're not. I could say your points are nonsense, but it's an opinion at the end of the day.
The only thing. Okay, are you saying he's bad at intercepting? Does he have bad concentration?
Yes.
That's his biggest
strength. Agree. I wouldn't.
No, it's not his biggest strength. So explain to me why he let a crossing in stoppage time against Norwich when Timo Pukki nearly scored, and if it wasn't for Gabriel throwing his body on the line, that would have been 1-1. Explain that to me.
If you're telling me, if you're giving me one example,
no, I've just given you an example of where
one example
he couldn't read.
You're giving me one example. You have a better memory than I do because you're clearly naming moments in games that have pissed you off. And in my opinion, this is nonsensical because there's no point that you.
Did you watch every Arsenal game last season? Because I'm pretty sure you did. I did as well. So it's not about having a good memory. It's just remembering what happened.
I think.
Okay. Did you not see Watford when he got spun by Sissoko when we were 3-1 up? You don't remember that? He got spun by Sissoko.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go check my Norwich player rating to see what the stats were. Because let's just go to Norwich. Let's see what happened that Norwich game. So Norwich Arsenal, right? Are you saying away or at home?
At home, because we blitzed them 5-0 away from home. And he was good.
You're saying the home game. What was the scoreline again?
1-0.
1-0 to the Arsenal, right? So then you have this was what the first game of the season, the September game that we first win of the season.
Yeah, this was the first win of the season.
The first win of the season, right? Okay. Let's find out what happened in this game. So in that game, Ben White, what did he do? Ben White and Gabriel's partnership. You watch closely as 1 second. Let me get the player rating. Player rating, and then I've gotten the player rating now. 1-0 Norwich, and now I'm gonna look up what they said about Ben White in that game just to remember. Because I can't remember off the top of my head. Look how. Okay, received the ball and he passed the ball into the midfield carries rather than circulating it immediately into the right back position, where their review on Gabriel Magalhaes, very solid on the ball today, leader on passing. Ainsley Maitland-Niles stood out. Along with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, which was outstanding, block preventing, dangerous in the late moments. So they never said anything negative about either of them. In that game, they rated both of them 7 and 1 7.5. And when it comes down to the actual statistics from that game, I can even go further and be more petty. Bro, I'm just thinking right now, you have a clear agenda. You need to give it up and let's just move on to the next topic.
It's not a clear agenda, bro. It's an opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. At this moment in time, it's no
I
longer
could
an
say
opinion.
I could say you have an agenda against Ainsley Maitland-Niles, but I'm not gonna
Bro,
say that, am I? Because it's
okay.
your opinion.
There's somewhat of me trolling. Ainsley Maitland-Niles at the end of the day, if he stays,
But I'm not trolling. I'm not
Okay.
trolling.
Okay,
It's a fact.
it's not a fact. It is not a fact that a player is not a good defender because you believe it is. That is not a fact.
By the way, on the comments, Boom Shaka Laka's well, he's getting personal, and so if you could just block him or something.
Okay, moving on. I'm just gonna do this quickly. I'm not even gonna entertain a Xhaka conversation today. Let's not do that, because there's no point. I'm just gonna speak about these three. What do we do with Torreira?
No loan.
You know what? Forget about we spent so much time. We're just gonna sell Torreira. What do we do with Nuno? Loan him out or sell him?
Loan.
Okay, loan him out. And then finally, Pepe.
Sell.
So
If we can't get, how many years does he have on his contract? Does anyone know?
I believe
2
it's
years.
2 years? Yeah, I'll probably just.
So this is the list, eh? Not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not a bad list.
So wait, how many players do we have in the keep right now?
We still definitely need a midfielder. For sure, we need a midfielder for sure. But if we can get that, and if we can get that on the winger, since we already have Zinchenko coming in, I would probably rate our window at 9.5 over 10. Obviously depending on the players that we bring in, but if we can get in a midfielder and a winger, definitely for sure. Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna bring this back again, but that was funny still. You went from saying it's an opinion to saying it's a fact in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I clocked. My bad.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna end it here. We've gone for an hour and 47 minutes. This is absolutely madness. I think I might clip this up and repost it because that was ridiculous. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful night. Enjoy your night. Have a good one. And don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and have yourselves a great night, guys. We're out of here. Peace.
Yeah, good night, guys.
Peace.